All right, welcome back to a Thursday edition of HiFly Radio, and getting rolling today on the elevators. Somebody commented on my last video talking about page one. It's not page one of the build, it's page one of the elevators. So, just to clarify, I'm sure he knows that, but anyways. So on the skins, there is a tab. This section, so this is actually a top skin of the right. This was when I was getting rid of this corrosion. This was WD-40, so it's just some grease on it. That's why it looks weird. But anyways, so these tabs, there's one on the top and one on the bottom. So they have to be bent 9 degrees. It kind of closes this side out. So this area here, which is the skinnier area, has your trim tab. So your trim tab will be here, so that way it'll be the same thickness as this end. So you close this out. The trim tabs themselves have these same kind of tabs that you'll have to bend. So they just show in the manual, just clamping it to the table and using a block to kind of help clamp it and then bend it down. And I didn't see any measurements, but it does show a line that's basically, flush with this back piece of metal. There's this little extension here. So you just essentially go straight across and it takes it basically right where the circle ends. And then you just bend 9 degrees. So thought this might be difficult, but it's actually not. So once it's clamped down, I took this 90 degree here and clamped it on top of the skin with the block on top. And then essentially, I'll start it with this first, just to kind of get it going. See if I can do this with one hand, I'm using my phone. So I just essentially got it as close to this as I could, and let me flip it over here, and just bend. I'm gonna brace it here, so sorry. Let me go this way, there we go. And just bend a little bit and get it started. So now you've got to start, and then taking my little rubber mallet here, just hitting this. And this real thin edge, you really can't bend, but you can literally tap it. See, and that basically sits flush. And then I'll take this again, do a little bit bend, another bend here. Yeah, sorry. And essentially all you're doing is trying to get a perfect 90 degree bend. Bam. And it's not hurting the metal because it's rubber, and it is really, you're bending it across this sharp edge here. So that gives you a good 9 degree bend. And I gotta straighten it here and it talks about using this is a bender to kind of make sure you get it nice and straight. They say get it started with the block. Sorry guys, I'm doing this. And then using this to actually do the bulk of the bend. But I found that works better. So now you've got a nice, ooh. Yeah, what they're trying to prevent is you basically bending the metal up like this. So they want you to get a true 90 degree, as sharp as you can. That's pretty damn good. I might put that back in and just tap it a little bit to get this a little bit, actually, no, let's do this. Here, there we go. So this one gets bent up. Oh, I just screwed it up. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Damn it. Oh no! I bent it the wrong way. Another guy did the same thing. Or did I? I moved it over here for a reason, was gonna bend it up for a reason, so I think I did it right. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Okay, so I did it right. Okay. Whew, scared me. I just put this on the wrong side. Okay, so we're good. Anyways, that one's got to bend down. Whew, had a moment there. Anyways, because this would be an expensive thing. Because I know I had a guy that he actually bent it the other way, and then he had to go back, and it still worked out. So, whew. Anyways, so that's just want to show you guys that. Scared myself there. Anyway, so this is actually going to flip over, and this is the top skin, but it's just I flipped it over when I bent it. So, okay, all right. Anyways, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna go let my heart settle for a second. Cheers.